What's going on? You are back in my garage for another project, and I am right about to start. So for today, this is what we got going. The E36 has got some broken suspension parts. It's got a sway bar link that connects to the coilover, and that thing broke off right over here. See this guy? Broke off. So, plan is get the strut out, weld it up, fix it, put some plating on it, put it back together. I want to get this car rolling. I want to get it going so I can use it. Everything else is fine with it. It's just that sway bar link, and I haven't had time to get to it. So right now is the time to get to it. And then after that one's done, because that one's going to be pretty quick, we got the E30. E30's got a major problem. The steering rack is bad. I gotta change the steering rack. E30 steering racks are about like $700, and the turning ratios aren't great. Plus, I have an extra E36 steering rack. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go ahead and fit my E36 rack in this E30. I have all the parts that I need, so I'm gonna show you how to do everything step by step. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna get this car out, get working on this car. After I finish this car, bring this one back and deal with that. So here we go. Okay, I just want to show you what the issue is here, okay? If you can see, this is supposed to be right inside of here, like that. It broke off. So I gotta re-weld it back on there. The game plan is I'm gonna take this link off with from that ball joint, and I already have it marked up to how far the bolt goes right here, so that I won't accidentally weld at the area of the mating surface of the bolt. Then I have these pieces of steel right here. I'm gonna use the center portion of it, and I'm gonna bend it in a 90-degree angle. Put a bracing on both the left and the right side. After I weld this on here, I'm gonna put a 90-degree angle piece of steel on the left side and the right side and weld those guys in. And yeah, just wanted to show you guys what I'm about to do. So here we go. Quick update, these guys that I made, they're way too thin. So what I did, I have some square tubing. I cut it off a little bit and cut it in half so I have like a 90-degree angle. Well, it's gonna go right there, and then one on the other side. And same with here, it's gonna go like that. Anyway, you get the point. This is what it looks like. Welded it and braced it on both sides. Should be good. She's all back together. Gotta go for a test drive, and basically I gotta go and do some stuff before I can start working on the E30. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna wait until I get back so I can start working on that guy. I know I'm supposed to be getting to the E30. I have to do the power steering rack, and I just finished up the E36. I gave her a nice wash, so she's looking good. And I still have to work on the 190, but this car, I took it to work today, and I'll put a little clip right here in this video. basically I was making a really sharp turn, and I have a welded diff in here right now, and basically I broke my diff bolt again, even though I put a bunch of bracing in there, and me and this diff bolt don't have a good relationship. Anyway, I'm gonna have to fix that because this thing's basically undrivable. So that's what I'm gonna do. And before I get to work on this, I have a really bad squeaking belt in the 190E, and I've tried to basically do everything I can. It's mostly a tensioner issue, but I removed the AC compressor the other day, and I got a shorter belt for it and a tighter one that was a really tight fit, trying to see if I could bypass fixing the tensioner pulley by just putting on a tighter belt on there, but that didn't work. So my next option was to get this tensioner shock, which is very common on these cars. So before I take out the diff and change it, I'm gonna work on that. In this car right here, I'm gonna take out the diff, and the welded diff is not that it's no good, but I just don't like it for dailying. I have a brand new rebuilt 3.23 LSD that I just rebuilt, so I'm gonna pop that guy back in this. Yeah, this is how it goes. First, I gotta replace this tensioner pulley shock absorber right here, and that's gonna be on the 190, so I can show you. I'm gonna go get the car and jack it up and show you. Here's where the shock absorber is. It's at the bottom of the engine, and that's what the new one looks like right there. So we gotta remove that, and take the belt off obviously, and then put it back on. I finished the 190E. I parked that car. Everything was fine. It just took a little bit longer because the new tensioner that I got, it didn't have a thread. My OEM tensioner has a thread in it, and one of the bolts, it goes straight into the tensioner. But what I had to do is put a nut in a bolt. The only issues I had with that was the area in the back is very thin, so it's hard to get a nut in there. I had to shave it down a little bit so that I could make it fit, as well as the bolt, but other than that, it's on there and it's good to go. Next step is to swap the diff on this car. Got the welded diff out, and what I have to do first, cover has some nice polyurethane bushings, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch that cover over to this one. The LSD is in. I took some time to mount up these wheels with new tires, because the tires that they had were pretty much done, and my E36, I want to run matching rims. I don't want to mismatch anymore, so I just took some time and put on new rubber on these wheels. All that's left is put these wheels back on the car, lower the car, and bam, 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 we're done. This video started out with me trying to work on my E30 and change the steering rack, but it just ended up going into a different tangent, and I ended up fixing the E36 instead. So this guy is back to normal. It's got matching wheels now, front and back. And the new LSD that I rebuilt is back into the car. So this car is golden for now. I think what I'm gonna do is the E30, I'm gonna keep that and make that into a separate video in and of itself. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I don't know what else to do other than to say stay tuned for the E30 steering rack. I'm gonna be swapping in an E36 steering rack into it, and yeah, you're gonna need some parts, so I'll update you guys on the next video. Till then, see you guys. Peace.